And tonight we're learning Pine Ridge Health and Rehabilitation has faced multiple federal fines over the last 3 years. Since WXI 12 began our investigation, the Department of Transportation has put up this sign warning drivers to slow down as they approach the curve. Saw and heard sirens and police cars racing across the road, and now you can see. Taylor, take a look at this here. We've got police searching in these bushes right behind us. They saw people breaking through the fence here, running out into oncoming traffic, and now we've got the emergency repair crews out here.
It's bonkers all afternoon long, and it's just pure madness right now. Chaos here in the Dean Dome, including emergency driving training.
You can actually see some of the glass on the ground. It was a sturdy structure, but now it has been just toppled by the winds. I want you to look down here. Like I said, these wood beams were in the ground for 50 years inside concrete, and yesterday the winds, this is a patch of concrete that it just tore this wood beam out of. You can see all their work just by picking up your phone. People are putting the final touches on. We've heard some sound checks, and then you just come over on this way as well. There's so much going on. There's another stage right over here, the cabin stage. You can already see a car actually right here on one of these side roads slipping and sliding a little bit. But now that he's retiring, 2 Republicans are hoping to turn this seat red for the first time since 1994. It really is unimaginable, Kenny, and Megan Marlowe is back at Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, still monitoring her husband in the neuro ICU. She said it's just been a roller coaster of emotions for her entire family. On Saturday, after nearly a 2-week stay in the hospital, Ryan Marlowe's family was given horrible news.
He was clinically deceased. He had passed away. She said, your husband has passed. Those were the words that were used.
We visited their family home on Monday as Megan mourned for the man she loved, the man she was told was dead.
He was such a good man, but he loved the Lord more than anything, and that's what made him so good was his love for Christ and his desire to help people.
Later that afternoon, Megan received an unexpected call saying Ryan had actually fallen short of neurological death.
So they had, put down the clinical death on Saturday, and they had to remove it. They had to take it off because it wasn't so. And so she said now the time of death would be Tuesday afternoon when he was in the OR and he was extubated.
But before the organ donation process could begin, family members began to see movement in Ryan's feet. Doctors then telling her the pastor of Grace Baptist Church was not brain dead, but in a deep coma.
When I talk to him and play videos of our kids, I can see differences in his heart rate.
Ryan and Megan have 3 children, all under the age of 6. After telling him his daddy was in heaven, Megan had to explain this peculiar situation to her 5-year-old son.
I told him this morning, I said, you know what, son, God can do miracles, and the doctors just may have been wrong about your daddy being in heaven with Jesus now. So let's just pray and that God do a miracle. And I had to be very careful how I worded it. But at the same time, he was so devastated and hurt. And if there's a chance he can witness a miracle here, and he's just turned 5 years old, that stuff will be with him for the rest of his life.
She says Ryan has now been approved for a transfer to Duke Hospital's neuro ICU once a bed there becomes available. Megan says she's fighting for every chance her husband may have, no matter the cost.
It's already miraculous what's took place because, today would potentially be his funeral. So I'm still holding on, and I'm just praying for that bed at Duke to open up as fast as it can.
Just hard to fathom this entire situation. Megan says her support system has really carried her and her family through this unimaginable situation. Doctors have warned her not to get her hopes too high, but she told me even just a little bit of hope right now beats how she felt just a few days ago. Live in the studio tonight, Fort Hatchett, WXI 12 News. Hey, good evening, guys. The Martinez family lives in Winston-Salem and reached out to 12 Investigates after having trouble hearing back from that warranty company, despite a repair company recommending replacement. Marco Martinez lives in Winston-Salem with his family and, of course, his pets. Through a translator, he told us their family air conditioning unit has had issues for months and then stopped running entirely.
We really worry about our pets because we leave and we go to work, but our pets remain at home and through the hottest of the day.
When the humans return home after work,
we're extremely fatigued. We have a hard time sleeping at night.
the family purchased 2 window AC units and 5 fans, all running full-time, day and night, and increasing the electricity bill.
It's only a mere survival thing. The air is pretty much being circulated, and we cannot add any more units because the breaker will give up.
The Martinez family had several companies evaluate their unit, but over and over again they were told their home warranty company, American Home Shield, wouldn't cover the repair. One statement the Martinez family shared with us from a service company read, quote, "The unit's not working," and recommended calling this back into AHS and recommend replacement of the unit. Customers been waiting a while with animals suffering. To replace the unit themselves, it would cost the Martinez family more than $1,700.
It was definitely unbearable, dealing with the heat, dealing with the humidity, living in it 24/7, especially in this heat wave. It was unhuman.
Left to swelter in the heat, the family attempted to contact American Home Shield to plead their case, but had no luck.
It was extremely hard. We were calling several different times. We were not able to get in touch with them. We were not getting any phone calls back. We were not getting any messages back from them. So we were so desperate that we decided to reach out to Ford and the news.
So we reached out to American Home Shield, who then promptly got in touch with the Martinez family.
It was immediately.
Days later, a company spokesperson sent us a statement reading in part, "We are thoroughly reviewing the factors surrounding the Martinez's experience, as our goal is to provide outstanding service to our members at every opportunity. We take these matters very seriously and regret that we failed to meet the Martinez's expectations. Our customer care team has been working close with the Martinez family, and we informed them today we are replacing the HVAC unit." So we revisited the Martinez's as their system was being replaced earlier this week.
We're definitely going to be able to sleep better. We're going to be more relaxed. We're not going to be irritable, and definitely our pets are going to be living their best life. They're going to be feeling better.
Just so thrilled to see that situation resolved for the Martinez family. Hopefully getting out of that heat and able to cool off now.
Hey, good evening, Christine. It really was a perfect night for baseball here in Greensboro as the Greensboro Grasshoppers took on the Asheville Taurus. But it was also the Grasshoppers' Pride Night, offering up a magnificent chance for one longtime Grasshoppers fan. 88-year-old Margaret Underwood is a big baseball fan.
My father used to take me to the games when the Grasshoppers were Hornets and Bats. I mean, I go back a long way cheering for this team. I love the Grasshoppers, there's no question about that.
After college, Margaret worked in Greensboro as a medical technologist and saw many of her friends getting married.
And this lady at church says, don't worry about a thing. Said, Margaret, when you fall, you will fall so hard. And I did, but it was a woman.
Decades later, Margaret has found kinship with the Greensboro Lesbian Social Club. About 200 of the group's nearly 1,000 members were at the ballpark for Pride Night Thursday, something Margaret once never thought possible.
My father wouldn't have been there if it had been.
So, of course, tonight wasn't just another night at the ballpark.
I'm going to throw out the first pitch.
Grasshopper fan Margaret Underwood took the field with a roaring ovation.
I thought she would do a great job of representing 90 years of what we've had to go through as an LGBTQ community. But the things that she's seen, I can't even imagine, and I know what I've seen, and we're hoping that our next generation sees more and more progress like we did.
And Margaret delivered.
Everything should be about love, and this is what everything should be, love, love, love.
Her love for the Hoppers and her community on full display, Margaret took her seat with a group she loves.
I feel extremely happy, and I feel close to all these people. I just feel a lot of love for these people to be here, really.
She has a whole lot of hope for baseball's next generation of fans.
That they all accept it for who they are and what they believe and whoever they love. My mother used to say, be brave, be brave.
Just puts a smile on your face. Margaret will be celebrating her 89th birthday this August, and I'll speak for myself here, no inside sources, but I think Margaret has a roster spot throwing out first pitches for the Grasshoppers for as long as she would like. In Greensboro tonight, Fort Hatchett, WXII 12 News.